we're coming back at 2?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
We're up and running. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I will call to order this recessed meeting of the Lawrence County Board of Elections. Today is Friday, June 5, 2026. A couple of items to go over. This meeting was advertised in accordance with the Sunshine Law. A legal ad did appear in the Newcastle News. And as I mentioned, we last met the day before the primary. That was Monday, May 19th? 18th, thank you. And at that meeting, you may recall, we went into recess, as we traditionally do at election time. Fortunately, there was no reason for us to convene between then and now. But our elections director, Mr. Germaini, has advised us that the primary purpose of today's meeting is to certify the results of the May 19 primary election. Let's get some of the opening exercises out of the way. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence. Commissioner Sanada, could you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll take a moment of silence, please. Thank you, everybody. Susan, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Vogler,
Here?
Commissioner Kennedy.
Here.
And Mr. Sinata.
Here. We have a quorum. I'll note for the record right now, there are no members of the public in the room. If anybody from the public comes in, we'll certainly afford them the opportunity for public comment. And should someone come in, I'll go through all the process that involves public comment. But since there's no one here right now, we'll forego that. In our packet, before I get to the minutes, Dan, any opening concerns?
No.
Chris?
No.
Okay. The minutes of the May 18 meeting that we just talked about are in the packet, and gentlemen, give you time to look them over, and whenever you're ready, take a motion to adopt them.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt the minutes.
I'll second.
I thank you both. Any concerns? Hearing none, Susan, could you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes?
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Sinata.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Carries. Thank you. Well, before we actually go on to new business for certification, let's stop and take a minute to allow Tim Germaini to provide us with any report or update that he may have.
The only update I have is that the change of the election results was the provisional ballots, which we had 10. Everything else pretty much stayed the same. I had a handful of military ballots that needed counted after the election, but pretty much stayed the same. We had a total ballots cast for the election was 10,578. Breakdown was 6,750 on election day. Mail-in ballots was 3,818. And like I said, 10 provisional ballots. So we had a small turnout, low turnout. That was at 18.44%. So that's what we're looking at. Uneventful election, which is fine with me, and I'm sure with you guys. Wish it would have been a bigger turnout, but it is what it is. So I expect the turnouts in November to be a little bigger. Yeah, now we have a little contention about. The poll books that we did a pilot went very well. We had 3 areas. I had the Shannon 4, Waltham, and Newcastle 4-3. I'm sorry, 4-3. Everybody was really receptive. Voters liked it. Poll workers liked it. They're very accurate when it all came back. So maybe the board will examine this for future elections, looking into getting the poll books.
Would you be ready as early as this coming fall to expand the number of electronic poll
I
books?
could.
If my colleagues are open to looking into it.
We just gotta, Joe's not here, so we can't ask him, you know, what the budget looks like.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to look and see what we got money available.
but we'll talk about that.
Is there any grant opportunities there?
Yes, the grant money can be used to purchase poll books. We can look into that. They also are CoStar.
Well, how about if can we give Tim, from the three of us, some direction to pursue this?
Yes.
Come back to us with a report?
I know he gave us quotes, did you give everybody
Yeah.
quotes on them? Yeah, I think the main thing is we just gotta see if, where we're gonna pay for that at.
There's a potential for phasing them in, isn't there? I mean, you did 3 this spring, you could do a handful more in the fall.
Yeah.
But Dan's right, whatever the budget dictates.
Yes, absolutely.
If not, we
But,
can look at next year's budget,
Yep.
and see what we can do with that.
that sounds good, but we'll talk about it, but I just wanted to say that it went well, and it was very receptive, so.
One opportunity, when they had the demonstration to all three of us, it looked well, it looked, very smooth, but then sometimes you put it actually into operation and there could be bugs and everything else.
Yeah.
But you're saying there were no issues.
No, none at all.
I just know election night, a couple of the people, I think the precincts you were, when I was upstairs checking in, 2 people came up and told me how much they liked it. And he was standing there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, like, which is a good, and they were actually senior poll workers.
Yes, they were.
Up in age, but worked at polls for many years. So that's a good thing to hear,
Yes.
technology. So, yeah, I agree with Mr. Kennedy. I think maybe let's talk to our administrator, see where we're at financially. That's
Right.
gonna be the whole key.
It sure will be.
Within the budgetary, but there was no issues and the poll workers were happy and the voters coming in were happy. We've done a lot of modernization throughout various agencies this past year. Actually, we've been very successful with that. And nothing stopping us from continuing to do that throughout.
All right, well, then we can discuss it further in the future.
It's good technology. We've done the tax assessment, in fact. Richard McCron, his department's looking into it right now. We did lights, we go get a new roof.
Yeah.
It all costs money, we just gotta make sure we have it. So,
And it's all in our budget too,
Yeah,
which is important.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good. Other than that, I don't have anything to say, except I'd like you to certify the results and then get it to the state.
Well, thank you, and that's what the proposed resolution in front of us would do. This is proposed resolution number 6. It's brief, so I'll read it into the record. Pursuant to the Pennsylvania Election Code, the Lawrence County Board of Elections is required to certify the results of the general primary election held on May 19, 2026. Whereas Tim Germaini, Lawrence County Voter Services Director, provided to the board that all votes have been counted, now therefore be it resolved. The Lawrence County Board of Elections does hereby certify the results of the general primary election, which was held on May 19, 2026. May I have a motion for this resolution?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second.
Thank you both. Mr. Kennedy, any concerns?
No, just Tim and his team did a great job this election. We were out of here in no time. You left it early and at 9, but I didn't leave shortly after that.
Yeah.
I was out the door with, I think the rest of them. I was home by 10.
I think it was a record, actually,
Yeah.
for,
So,
That's great.
very smooth, very smooth.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Sonata?
I'll just echo those comments. I think we got out of here at 9:30.
Yeah, it was done.
Before, and Tim, I like my hands off. Congratulations to those young people we have here. Most of them were like 10th, 9th, 10th graders. So that means you got a pool of workers for the next 3 years.
I do.
And they were so efficient
They were.
outside, getting the cars, getting it in here. And that you actually had the normal courthouse staff I've seen here, since we've been here 2.5 years. They run like a machine. Smooth. I'm just impressed. Like I said this before, in all the years I've run for office, I never came up here to observe an election. As a candidate, I never was here until I became commissioner and watched it 2.5 years ago. And I was impressed how it all operates. And I think I justified me never being here as a candidate for office to know how this election is run. It's smooth, it's efficient, and I think, it's a model, I think, for everyone else. So I'm just very pleased. And when I see the young kids, when I had a chance to talk, I think me and Commissioner Eddie both outside, I remember talking, watching those things today. And those kids were really into it. And that's good to see people 14, 15 years old, understanding the legislative process. So I'm just pleased with that and get ready for the fall. You're going to have a trained workforce over the next 3 years just because they're already, which is good. So pretty much all I have, and you and your staff here, your regular staff, they always do a good job. So
Thank
you, Susie, and your team. So we appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Sonata. We have a motion. We do have a motion?
Yeah.
Susan,
Yes,
thank
and a
you.
second, yes.
And a second. If there are no other concerns, I'll ask Susan to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes,
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Sanado,
Yes.
motion carries.
thank you. That was the only voting matter we had. That takes us to, you gonna need us for signatures?
Yeah, real quick.
Okay, when we're done.
Yeah.
We can do that. I'll still note that at this point in time, there are no members of the public in the room. But we do want to say that we did offer public comment opportunities twice during this meeting. Closing comments from my fellow commissioners, Mr. Sonata, Mr. Kennedy. Thank you. Tim or Susan, any final concerns?
I have no concern, but one thing I would like to mention is I would like to thank everybody in the courthouse, all the departments, everybody here participates in the election. There really isn't a department that doesn't help out here. So I would just like to thank everybody for that. Wouldn't work without that participation. So that's all I have to say. And I'm very, very happy that that is the way it works here.
Thank you, Tim.
Yes.
As my colleague said, you and your staff and everyone else did a fantastic job. There being no other business, that will allow us to adjourn the Board of Elections. So may I have a motion, please, for adjournment?
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
And I'll second.
Thank you both gentlemen. All those in favor of adjourning, please say aye. Aye, opposed, same sign, motion carries. This meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dan and Chris, can you stay for 1 second? You need signatures.